Hi, welcome to Contemporary Tarot. I'm Madeline. This is a behind the scenes episode because I'm going to be talking a lot about me and my experience and how I approach tarot and how tarot I find actually the themes manifest actually physically in my life. Just to kind of, because I've had a few recent epiphany and physical experience. I know I share it and seem like idea for an episode because I've been thinking a lot about it. All right, so I am in my Hangman Year. All right, and it's about halfway into the year, May, June, and I have found that the year I'm in is sort of there's a learning curve and then there's an application curve, and so when I got into my Hangman Year. There's a lot of change, and basically I just dove headfirst into a lot of new work. I started spending a lot more time here at the cabin, doing and really revisiting a lot of rediscovering things from my youth and my past that were just like my head exploding like in Hangman, oh yes, the return to that original creative spark. So I have been painting and I have been creating stationery and handwriting letters and gardening and also returning to baking more and tarot, shuffling the cards, doing all this. And about 2 weeks ago, suddenly I had developed a pretty intense case of tendonitis in my left hand, my dominant hand. And this has been quite annoying because I've just been on this path, this hanged man path, that's just giving over and looking things a new way and this and that. And then I had to, physically stop and heal and rest, which is very annoying. But of course I'm, walking because that's all I can do. When I'm hobbled like this, I'm taking long walks and I'm thinking about being hobbled. And then I think about the hangman. Oh boy. Hands behind the back. And also probably uncomfortable, in an uncomfortable position. So that has really changed this experience of the tendonitis. And they're just like a bunch of kind of epiphanies that pinged around this freaking brace. First off, the awakening, the epiphany that my body is older. And, the old way of diving in head first, as my husband said, I always just kind of, dive, is no longer applicable. It is, but I have to change my approach. It might be less comfortable. I have to take more care. I'm older. And then it also has made me step back and explore the motivation behind the visual art I'm working on, the writing, all of that work is kind of giving me take a breath. So that has really been, it's been interesting. And I just kept reminding me they're physical manifestations of tarot if I tune in. And I have a couple more examples. There was, and in my Chariot video, I think I might have brought this up. When I started my Chariot year a couple years ago, in the first month, I believe, first week and a half maybe, I got a speeding ticket. And then like a couple weeks later, I slammed my own hand in my car door and broke a finger. So that was two physical things. Girl, you are going too fast. fast. You're hurting yourself. So that was very much, I always think of that experience when I start a new tarot year, January, February. I tend to kind of pay attention, really, watch your step on whatever I'm doing. Then there was it was here 6 months, a year ago. I had gotten the Four of Cups for my best course of action. And Four of Cups is just kind of sitting there, pouty. And it never was like, no, shoot. And I'm getting, and I remember the day was sort of rainy and, or cloudy or something like that. And I went out midday and I sat just outside the door here at the cabin, and there's a balcony. And so I'm kind of protected. And I'd finished my coffee and I'm sitting right there with the coffee cup in my hand. And I am this Four of Cups person. I just felt you're exactly where you need to be. You just sit. That amused me all day. And then the final one, this is why this is a behind the scenes video, is my last Hermit year was middle of the pandemic. And I was in my kitchen, and I'm going to share a photo. I've realized, because I'm in my gray hoodie and my gray pants, and my Hermit card was right on the fridge where I'm standing, and I realized I am literally the Hermit. So I had my husband, I'm just looking at this card, take a picture of me, and I sent it to my closest tarot friend, Jamie, and I said, this is it. This is me right now. I am the Hermit. So just look, because, okay, now I'm going to meander a little bit. I approach tarot as it's literally a map. And it's a map of the path that I'm on, the terrain. A lot of people say, look for signs from the universe. I always find that very broad and kind of lazy. I like a map. And so all of these things, anecdotes I shared, I think that these are actually, if we pay attention, they're actual physical confirmations. Oh yeah, you're in this path. This is how it's actually like becomes real, and you're guiding your path, and you've read your tarot, of course there's all these themes, but it's what you're encountering. So look for them. Oh, and one more thing. Recently, this is just a new thing. Not a new thing, but something I'm practicing more regularly since I'm posting again. I am keeping a magnifying glass handy. I'm finding more and more, if I just dig in a little bit deeper and just have it by your cards. Get a card, maybe confused about, just take a closer look. I think this is everything. Someday I am going to give everyone a tour of the cabin. Sort of the beginning of this year. I said the cabin is my canvas, and it really is. And so it's been delightful. I hope this helps. I'd love to hear give me your experiences of how a card you suddenly it's like right in front of you, or you're in it and it's a physical experience, because it's just very cool. All right, thanks for visiting, and I will see you soon.